Hi, everybody. I'm here with Eve Kearns, who is one of our independent senator candidates. Hi, Eve. How are you?
I'm good, Sophie. How are you?
Grant. We'll just get started. So, tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Eve. I'm 21 and I'm from Finglas, Dublin, so I'm a commuter to Maynooth. And I came to Maynooth through the QQI route. So I did a PLC I took a year after my leaving cert, and then I went and did a PLC in arts. And now I'm here.
Brilliant. How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
I suppose passionate,
Brilliant.
stubborn, but in a good way, and caring.
I feel like stubborn is sort of necessary as well for a role like this to get yourself through.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Out there.
It's like, you will listen to me.
Excellent. So, what do you think the role of independent senator entails?
I think it entails, I think it needs someone, first of all, who cares.
Yeah.
And I feel like I definitely am someone that cares about students. Someone who is willing to fight for students, to call out what's wrong, what's right in Senate, to bring up issues, to listen to students, just someone who's approachable.
Yeah.
That will bring anything up,
Excellent. What do you think you can bring to the role?
I think because I've never been in Senate before, this is my first time in university properly. I think I can bring a lot of new ideas because I've never been involved before, so I don't really know how it properly works. I'm on the faculty assembly for ACSP, but I don't really get involved in the nitty-gritty stuff. So I think that me being someone completely new is going to bring a lot to it.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I feel like outside perspectives are so important, especially with a Senate.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know you're only in first year and it's been tough, especially on the first years this year. So how have you been involved within the university, or the students' union?
Well, at the start of the year, I put myself forward for the history department academic rep, and I got that. And then recently I went for the MAP ambassador interviews because the QQI route is linked with MAP.
Yeah.
So I got that. I'm also on the student academic representation review committee. So it just sort of reviews stuff to do with the reps and what needs to be changed or bettered. And then I just thought, why not go for Senate?
Excellent. So I know social media has been so hard to campaign on, but tell me a bit about your campaign.
I basically wanted to keep it more about who I am. So the colours, I like to use colours, so that's why I use a lot of them. I don't know, I just really like the whole campaigning online. I think it's a lot easier to reach more people. Yeah, I know people are saying it's hard, but I definitely think it's easier to reach people. So I'd be there following everyone from Maynooth. I'm like, oh, NUIM? Okay, I'll get a follow. Yeah. But I basically try and keep the campaign as much about me as possible and how I'll do as an independent senator.
Excellent. So how do you plan on securing the votes of the students?
Basically, if I just keep talking about what I want to do, and I think that's the 4 main points of the manifesto are quite important, especially fees. Yeah. I think it affects really every single student. And I really think it's time to put the foot down and really lobby for public funded education. Same with communication. That's an issue that affects a lot of students and affects me as well. So I thought stuff that really affects students, I'm gonna fight for and tell them that I want to fix things in Senate. And I think that's how I'll secure votes.
Excellent. Really, really good points there. So if you were to succeed in the role of independent senator, do you have any plans or ideas that you'd like to bring into Senate?
I suppose I feel like Senate this year has been very out of touch in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as approachable as it should be. Okay. And I want to make it that Senate and senators are approachable people who you can drop a text on Instagram or drop an email and say, look, this is an issue. can you bring this up? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I think that's like really important because it shouldn't just be about the student union and then Senate is like the be all and end all. Like the student union is ultimately about students.
Yeah.
And what are senators without students? So I want to make it more approachable.
They're really good points there. So how would you campaign for the students in the role of independent senator?
Basically, like in Senate?
Yeah, in Senate, yeah.
I have like this. The first thing I want to bring up is communication, if I get the role, because I think that's something that affects everyone.
Yeah.
And so if I put together a motion that gets the union, or even I don't care if it's even myself doing it, to lobby the university and departments to start sending out emails to students like regularly and like giving them information that's much needed rather than being like, oh, they'll get an email once every 2 months and that's grand.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. So I really want to get the communication sorted first off the bat.
Brilliant. That's really, really good because I know myself, sometimes I'm struggling and I don't even know my lectures. Whereas if they were in front of you every week and now you're maybe just hearing their voice.
Yeah, it's completely different online. Like it seems like a lot of departments don't care, especially from listening on faculty assemblies. You hear a lot of executives from different years and all, and they're like, well, I'm not getting the communication I need off this department, or they're telling me to do this and I can't do that, and it's just ridiculous. Like they need to sort themselves out.
Brilliant, yeah, no, 100%. So what does this role mean to you?
I suppose it means that I can be someone who will be open and approachable. Like I just want to be a senator who anyone could just like see on Instagram, go, look, this is something that's affecting me. I'm going to drop her a message. You know, I feel like it's time to make Senate far more approachable than it is. So I want to be that senator that is approachable.
Excellent. Now that's all the serious sides adjusted. My favourite part is now the quick fire questions. So, Eve, what do you put on your pancakes? What toppings do you use?
Smoked street rashers and maple syrup.
Lovely.
I can't eat Nutella. Nutella makes me feel sick.
Good combination. I feel like as well on pancakes, it's just there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like with Nutella, it's so thick.
Yeah, you need something like savoury and sweet.
Yeah. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner, 100%.
What's your favourite dinner?
Chinese. I have to love Chinese, yeah. I do wake up too late for breakfast, so it's basically brunch, so I always get dinner.
It's always there, every day. Do you believe in ghosts?
No, I don't. I'm very skeptical of stuff like that. Yeah. And like I'll see like, you know, TV shows or like videos being like, oh, ghost caught on camera, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's just not.
You know, I'm a bit both. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, don't see it. And then every time something will happen to me and I'm going, no, there's something there. What's going on?
I think once it happens to you, you're like, oh, maybe the real.
You're like, ooh.
So maybe I just have to wait for like a ghost experience and then I'll start believing.
Do you have a favourite song?
Blame Monday.
Ooh.
It's the one song that I could listen to for the rest of my life on repeat. I think it's just such a good song.
All day, every day.
All day, every day.
On the topic of music, what was the first concert that you attended?
It was Westlife. It was like in like 2004, 2005 or something, down in the RDS. Yeah, with my mom. She got me tickets for Christmas and I was like fascinated when I went. I had to stand on the chair because I was so short.
I think I actually fell asleep at my first Westlife concert, to be honest. I think I was like 3. My mom said, "Come on, you're coming with us."
I'd fall asleep to them now, but like back in the day, they were like unreal.
Well, I went to their concert last year.
I'm a bit jealous.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
I'd say so.
Do you have like a quote or a saying that you like live by?
My nanny always says to me, she says, don't hurry worry till worry hurries you. And I'm such a worrier. And she's like, and I was like, what are you worrying for? You're like, you've nothing to worry about. I'm like, I know, I just can't help it. And then she always says that quote, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
I really like that quote. And finally, what's the funniest prank that has been played on you or that you have played on somebody else?
I'm useless at playing pranks on people, but the only one that I can think of is I was playing GTA on my boyfriend's Xbox, and just going on a drive to clear the head, the usual. And he was like, "Oh, you can go to Japan in GTA." And I was like, "What? You can go to Japan?" He was like, "Yeah, drive to the airport." So here I was on the fucking thing, like driving to the airport, and he was like, "You're gonna have to get out and put the headset on and ask for a ticket." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that, right?" And here I am putting the headset on, and I was like, just about to ask, and he was like, "Are you stupid?" He was like, "You obviously can't do that." Because I haven't got a clue. So yeah, I think that's like the funniest and the worst possible prank to be played on me.
Oh, that's gas. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
I'm sorry with the mess up beforehand, but we got there. We're here.
Oh, it's no worries at all.
Before we go, I'd like to say, like I've said in every single interview, please, please, please vote on March 10th. It's so important.
Yeah.
I actually only learned earlier on that 20% of the students voted last year.
No way.
Yeah. One of the interviewers was saying that, or one of the interviewees was saying that only 20% of the students voted last year. I was so excited.
I know. But it's so much easier this year because you're doing it from your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. You have nowhere to go. Last year we had to go to the library. I had to be on campus last year. Yeah. This year you don't. You can lie in bed.
Like, lads, register. 8 a.m. that morning, roll out of bed, go onto the laptop, vote. That's all it takes.
And go back to sleep.
That's it.
Thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we leave?
Vote for me on 10th March for Independence Centre.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And we'll be back at, what time is it now? We'll be back at 5 with another interview.
That's
Bye.
Good. Bye.